Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I am Murad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Welcome to my today's online lecture. Chapter 4, Section 1, Importance of Forest. Today's you will be understand the topics which is concept of forest and afforestation, characteristics of forest and importance of forest. Let's go for today's these topics in details. First of all, concepts of forest. That means what do you know about forest? Forest means where large area covered by trees, small plants, different types of animals, birds, insects, and other microorganisms will be present. That is called basically or in generally forest. All these factors in combination create the typical natural environment of a forest. And if there is one or two points will be not covered or provide artificial, that will be not natural forest. So in a forest you have to make sure or ensure that plant, definitely plants, small or large, then birds, wild animals, insects and microorganisms will be present. That is called forest. And your exam might become like this: what is forest is a definition for 1 marks. Next one is concept of afforestation. That means what do you know about the afforestation? Scientific plantation of trees, cares and maintenance of trees for increasing forest resources is called forestation. Or with the view of increasing forest resource, planting trees in scientific ways, taking care of after plantation and proper management of the related activities are usually known as afforestation. That means when in a place artificially and definitely scientifically planting the trees, monitor different kinds of cares and for increasing the forest resources and management, that is called afforestation. And in our country, first 1873 started the afforestation program in Chittagong hill tracts where planting the shagun plants. So this one is important for your MCQ as well as the definition for creative questions. Now, what is the characteristics of forest? Before I told you that in a forest definitely present the trees like large trees or small trees, and even different type of wild animals, then small animals, then microorganism, bushy plants, rivers, everything will be present. Now discuss about the characteristics. Presence of large trees must, so you have to make sure that these large trees will be present in a forest. Presence a leaf litter where decomposed or not on the soil. That means all type of dry leaves will be present in the soil. Small bushy plants, creepers must be there. Forest occupies a large area which ensure comfortable movement of wild animals. That means there will be no prevaricate or there will be no prevention of moving wild elements inside a forest. And the forest land should be naturally fertile, and water might be some place will be waterlogged condition, some land is dry land, and some place was stagnant condition in the forest area. And there will be lots of weeds or diverse type of plants as well present in the forest area. And wild animals like different types of wild animals like tiger, bear, pig, elephant, lion, monkey, squirrel, snakes, wild cock will be present there. And here local birds or different types of birds as well present in the forest. And different type of microorganism, insects, termites, everything will be there. And make ensure that there will be the ecosystem or food chain will be present in the forest. Like we know that that nobody will supply the food inside a forest for wild elements. That means there will be available food supplement for wild elements as well. That means the ecosystem or the food chain will be present inside a forest areas. So this is the characteristics of forest area. At this point is very very important for your creatives for 2 months. Like explain the characteristics of forest. Now importance of forest, and there will be lots of importance of forest. So we divided a couple of points, where is economic importance of forest, environmental importance of forest, and biodiversity importance of forest. Basically there will be two other importance, which is recreational and others. Basically we talk about these three importance in details, and this recreational and others will be explained underneath this point as well, like economic importance, environmental importance, and biodiversity importance. So this is the most basic and important importance of forest. So let's talk about the economic importance of forest. Forest supplies the following metals which have economical value, like wood, bamboo, industrial raw materials of cotton industry, herbal or medicinal plants, and miscellaneous goods. So forest supplies woods, construction woods. We know that we need lots of construction. We do lots of construction works in our country as well as in the world as well. In this construction, we need wood as well for support the ceiling, or support the piling, or support the beam. To make the beam, we need a wood. So uh, this is the example of wood, which is shal, gorgon, gamari, palm, shunduri, kerosene. This type of plants wood is we use in the construction wood. Next one is furniture wood. Basically, nowadays people are making different type of furniture with the help of iron or steel. But this is our heritage to make different type of furniture with woods, like almirah, this table, showcase, table, everything, even sofa set, everything. So we use like shegun, mahogany, koroti, jarul, shishu, berry. This type of plant tree is good for furniture wood. Then decoration wood, like decorated the house, decorate the office, decorated the shop, or decorated the restaurant. We sometimes, or maximum time, we use the wood. Like in the Chinese restaurant as well, we use the wood. We use jackfruit, mango, mahogany, akashmani, teak tree for decoration wood. Then implement wood. That means for making different type of agricultural implements, like wood saw, then plowing machine, tillage machine, then ladder. This type of agriculture implementation machines, we need the wood. We use jarul, or pitraj, latkan, guava, babla, palm tree for making this type of woods. Packing wood, example is rain tree, koroi, eucalyptus, banyan tree. Wood is basically need for packing woods. Like we preserve different type of product, like different type of fruits, also and transport from one place to another place. So if you use wooden box, that time is very good for preservation and transportation. That time we use these plants, these trees wood. Fuel wood, uh, basically nowadays we use gas in the town, or but in the village or urban area, we still we using wood or leaf for trees, like mango tree, manda tree, banana tree, pitras, coconut, betel, everything. Vehicle tree, different type of vehicle, like rickshaw, then and livestock car, telegary, three-wheeler, then boat, bus, truck, this type of transport system. We use wood like babla wood, Arjun wood, and Jarul wood. Educational items like newspaper, table, chair, duster, blackboard, pencils, as this type of product for educational uses we use we use woods to making this type of product. The others is besides we daily life with various purpose we use the woods. So next one is forest supplies bamboo, different type of bamboo like construction bamboo, then furniture bamboo, decoration bamboo, implement bamboo, fuel bamboo, vehicle bamboo. This type of bamboo we can get from the bamboo. Basically, with bamboo we can get from the forest. Like in hilly forest, we got lots of bamboo. For construction, for making building, we use bamboo to support the ceiling. Then furniture, like sometimes people make furniture with the bamboo, like sofa set, dressing table, everything. Then decoration, different type of Chinese restaurants or different types of shop, they use bamboo for design or decoration. And agriculture implements like spade, then and ladder are make with bamboo. Then fuel, the rest we use the bamboo for decoration, construction, and rest of the leaf and bamboo is used for fuel as well. And even vehicle like rickshaw, van, and boat, preparing we use bamboo. Even sometimes in tribal area, bamboo or shoot is used as a food. Tribal people basically eat this type of food, but this one is very tasty. Forest supplies industrial raw material or cottage industry raw material like paper mill. Paper mill we for using for making newspaper, we using raw materials in different paper mills like Kulna newsprint mill or Cornflake paper mill. Then rayon industry in Rangamati, a large quantity of rayon industry. They use this bamboo as a raw materials. Then match industry, like we use the shimuli board, eucalyptus, koroi, cocoa, this type of wood for making match in match industry. Then processing industry, we use this one as well. Even rubber industry, by using glue of rubber tree, different types of items can be produced. And even hand hardboard, plywood, for this we use as a wood as a industrial materials. Uh, Even forest supplies raw materials for cottage industry as well, like in our rural area. Female make different type of raw materials for cottage industry. And even forest supply herbal medicine as well, like leaf, leaf, if flower, fruits of amluki, bohra, hortuki, neem, this type of plants, trees, for or making herbal medicine. Even different types of source, like in our country, we got honey, we got wax from the forest as well. A very economic importance, and very nutritious as well. Honey is very nutritious as well. For this we use this one as a industrial raw materials. And even it increase the national income and source of income and create employment and poverty alleviation. uh, Now, environmental importance of forest. And what will be the environmental importance of forest in preventing soil erosion? Forest basically prevent the soil erosion, like save soil from soil resources, reduce the water flow, or then water absorbed capacity of the soil, then roots of the trees keep soil fighting, then enormous trees in the forest, raindrops cannot fall directly on the soil, then prevent soil erosion in the hills and mountains, and that means that they prevent the landslide of the hill, even increase and conserve soil fertility, and reduce, basically at last reduce soil erosion. Next is helps in rainfall. Now, areas of environment is much viviparous, as more rainfall occurs in those region, humidity increase in transpiration, then forest areas widen, increase in forest area, then dense rainfall is much in dense area, even forest increased rainfall will increase the amount of vapor in the atmosphere, prevents desert process, and even increase the underground water as well. Prevention of natural calamities. Forest reduces basically the changing the different airflow, natural calamities like destruction and losses caused by natural calamities, in maintain right temperature, even it prevents the melting of ice, it prevents floods, flood, and it protects the people from natural calamity, and even it protect the prevents different types of pollution like air or water, and water pollution. Then it prevents environmental pollution as well. It supplies oxygen, it releases carbon dioxide, then it maintains the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide, and then maintains right temperature, prevents greenhouse effects, increase fertility, protects ozone layer, prevents sound pollution as well, and even shelter place of wild animals. We know all type of wild animals are present or live in the forest. So if this forest is destroyed, then wild animals will be not survive. So wild animals feel secure in the forest. Forest is much better place to conserve wild animals, and it maintains the food web of the wild animals and forest components. And it's a good environment, improve soil fertility as well. And last one is habitat of different wild animals. So this is the main point as well. So we know we make the zoo for our entertainment, but the main living place or habitat of wild animal is forest. So this is the these are the environmental importance of forest. Now, one important more important thing is biodiversity of importance of forest. So first of all, we have to understand that what is biodiversity. Biodiversity means the presence, distribution, proportion, and sustenance of various plants, animals, and microorganisms in a certain ecological niche is called biodiversity. That means in a place when all type of uh, different type of plants, animals, and organism stay together, that is called basically biodiversity. I repeat, when in a specific place all type of plants, animals, microorganisms stay together in a well-being, for that is called biodiversity. And what is the role of conserving the biodiversity? So what will be the role of conserving biodiversity in our country? So conserving biodiversity is very very important, and and in a country, for a country, if it is do not maintain or conserve the biodiversity, then it will not balance the ecosystem, it will not be a balance the food chain as well. So we have to make sure that maintain the biodiversity in a forest. So forest plays the following rules in conserving the biodiversity, like conserving of plant species, even animal species as well, even an insect, a microorganism, and sustain, that means to maintain the food chain and food web for animals, even conserve weed species for future uses in breeding programs, to sustain plant animals interaction and interdependence as well, to provide in situ habitat for different plant and animal species like botanical garden, Hiron Point, Ramsagar, Himchori, Nil Sagar, Safari Park, Lawachora Forest, all are the example of biodiverse. Now, city. The other thing is in a biodiversity, we know that all this is all maintain the food chain. Like we know that at top, we know that snake eat frog eat microorganism. This is called the food chain. So if we do not maintain the biodiversity of forest, then it will be hampered very soon. There is some important information, for biodiversity. Like in our country, there are almost 5,000 kinds of plants, 579 kinds of birds, 125 kinds of mammals, 124 kinds of reptiles, 19 kinds of amphibians, and 51,000 kinds of fishes are found in different forests. Then food chain is to be maintained a key to keep a balance among the plants, animals, and the environment. For example, if frogs become extincted, then insects will increase, resulting decrease of crop production. So we should conserve our forest to augment the biodiversity. That means we know that frog eat insects. So if frog is extinct from the environment, then insects will be increased day by day, and that is why increase these insects will be destroy all type of crop. That is why basically need the food chain balance. For maintaining balance, 25% forest area is needed. According to government, we have 10.8 forest in our country. So biodiversity to protect our environment is must. So this all about the lecture of today's section, which was importance of forest. So what kind of MCQ and CQ question you can get from this section? Like there is the example of MCQ: which year afforestation program was started at first in Bangladesh, which is 1873. This type of MCQ question you can get from this section. And what type of CQ question you can get? Like explain the economic importance of forest. You cannot get this type of CQ question straight away in the creative question, but this type of question you can get. You can get the clue in the stamp, and you have to answer the question, and you can get this marks for 4 marks. So this type of CQ, for instance, explain the environmental importance of forest, then explain the what is biodiversity, then explain the role of biodiversity for conserving forests. Very much, my dear students, for watching today's online lecture. If you got any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you. Thank you very much.